did you have did the department review the executive order
Yes.
that did put out?
As a matter of custom, we would do that, yes.
Okay. And did you produce any memoranda on, or any other documents assessing the legality of the order?
Senator, I don't know. We certainly provided advice, yes, about the order.
Well,
I can't tell you whether or not we provided a legal document with respect to the
comments
order.
about that. Could you?
Yes.
Can you make those available to the committee? Can you make those available to about the department's analysis of that?
I will take that back and see what we can do, Senator.
In the particular document, at paragraph E, it mentions certain activities, by definition, that violate human decency. It specifies those. It says in paragraph E, outrageous acts of personal abuse, the purpose of degrading the individual in a manner so serious that any reasonable considering the circum would deem the acts to be beyond the bounds of human decency. Then it specifically prohibits certain activities. Certain activities are prohibited in the executive order. It says, such as sexual or sexual indecent acts undertaken for the purposes of humiliation, those are prohibited. It says, forcing the individual to perform sexual acts or to pose sexually, those are prohibited. Threatening the individual with sexual mutilation or using the individual as a human shield, those are prohibited. Acts intended to denigrate the religion, religious practices, or religious option, they are prohibited. So the question is, why aren't you willing, if those are prohibited, why aren't you willing to prohibit the other kinds of activities that were outlined earlier in terms of the waterboarding, in terms of stress, dogs, nudity, mock executions?
Senator,
you prohibit these activities, why don't you prohibit those?
Senator, there are certain activities that are clearly beyond the pale and that everyone would agree should be prohibited. And so obviously the President is very, very supportive of those actions that are identified by its terms in the executive order. There are certain other activities where it is not so clear, Senator, and again, it's for those reasons that I can't discuss them in the public session.
The only point, and it's been made superbly by my colleague, Senator Durbin, what you're basically saying is to this committee and the rest of the world that these acts which are mentioned in the executive are prohibited, but these other activities, the 5 other activities which have been the subject of a good deal of our own hearings when we talk about your confirmation problems, are not. They don't rise to the point where they are prohibited.